Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm here with Sharon Fraser, who you all know. I'm Teresa, and I run all our primary competitions everywhere now. So thank you for joining us tonight. What we're doing is, and I'm recording this tonight, so if you want to go back and have a look at it, you can. So what the purpose of this meeting is that we've now got a lot of competitions at Netball North Harbour in the primary space. So we don't only just have Northcote, and we have now got junior netties at Westlake girls on a Saturday, Hibiscus Coast, and we've also got Warkworth joining us this year, and they are also they have year 5 and 6 teams and year 4 teams that will be using umpires. So we're just trying to get some consistency across all our competitions, and we know that primary is a kind of a difficult age to umpire because they're all at different levels and skills. So that's what we're going to sort of talk about a wee bit tonight. I've got a PowerPoint presentation which I'm going to run through to remind us. So just if we can put our phones onto, our Zooms onto mute, that would be really useful. Running through a PowerPoint tonight, but we're very happy to have questions from you all as we go throughout the evening. You can just turn off your turn your microphone on and ask the question, or you can use the chat. Okay, so there's a chat there that you can also type questions up into if you have them throughout the evening. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long, but I will now share with you our little PowerPoint. So this is just to remind Sharon and I about what we're meant to be doing. All right, so hopefully you can see all of that. We just want to go from the beginning. All right. So umpiring, big part of the game, really important part of the game. We're going to point out a whole lot of different things for you and talk about all sorts of things. So first of all, our website. All right, so our website is the Netball North Harbour website, and there is some information on our website for umpires. If you're ever looking for something, I'm just going to pull up, share screen again, and I had the website up. So here is the website. Share. This is our tab. This is our website, and you'll see the tab here. It says umpiring. And then there's this umpiring rules page, which I'm on at the moment. There's also information when you're looking for umpiring courses, the umpiring pathway if you're interested, the rule changes that happened a couple of years ago. We'll probably take that down soon, and just some other information there too. But this page is quite good for you all because it's got the rules of netball book. If you don't have it, you can download it here, and also there is an app that you can get the rules of netball on your phone if you go to your app store or Play Store. So you're looking for the rules of the netball app, and then you can get all the information there. These are old videos that Sharon and I did many years ago, but they're quite good still, aren't they?
They still work.
If you're not sure about a certain rule, that's a good one to have a look at. Has that gone off? Start video. Here we go. All right, so okay, so that's our website, and now I'll just go back to our little PowerPoint. So yeah, just making you aware of where you can find information if you need it. All right, so primary, they all start on Saturday. Actually, our junior netties start on Saturday the 2nd at Westlake, and then all the year 4 to 6 teams start here next week, and then the following week the Hibiscus Coast and the Warkworth teams start. All right, so most of them have a 12-week to a 14-week competition, and obviously we don't play during the school holidays, and also on the Saturday and the Monday for year 4s there's no games on that Monday with King's birthday, so just bear that in mind. So these are the round times that we have for our competitions at Netball North Harbour on a Monday. The year 4s play 4 and 4:50. Wednesday we've got 4 rounds, and it's year 5s and 6s, and they tend to be like the year 5s tend to do the earlier game time, and the year 6s do the later. Saturdays we've got start at 8:30 and we finish at 11, again with the year 4s earlier, and then moving on to the year 6s in that later round. Tuesdays at Warkworth, we've got a 420 round, which is going to be year 4s. And I'm going to talk about them a little bit later because you're doing, well, I can talk about them now. You guys are doing 5-a-side for the first half of the year. And then in the second half of the year, they're going to be doing 6-a-side, and they need umpires for that second half of the year. So that'll be that 420 round. 5, 10, and 6, and the year 6s are actually 650. And then at Hibiscus Coast, they play 4, 450, and 540. Wednesdays, year 6s, and Thursdays are year 4 and 5s. Okay, just if you're looking to umpire and you've got a team, but you might be available for other rounds, those are sort of the round times that you can expect if you're down here at the courts or wherever. Our games, all our games are 10-minute quarters. We have 1 minute between the first and the second quarter and the third and fourth quarter, 2-minute half time. And we've got our central timers. So at Junior Netties and Warkworth, they'll have air horns, but at the other courts, we do have that hooter that goes in. We've got a new one at Netball North Harbour, but they will sound. So remembering that you are the person that starts and stops the games, okay, not the hooter. The hooter is just a timer for you to then signal the end of the game or the start of the game. All right, so I mean, that's really important when it comes to those penalty goals that might be counted or not counted depending on when you blow your whistle to end the game. So in our primary games, all our year 5 and teams, all year 4 and 5 teams, sorry, who do the rotations, they swap ends at halftime only. Our year 6s swap every quarter. Like they play pretty much the big kids game, all right? But just remembering the kids who do the year 4 and 5s, they swap only at halftime. Year 6s every quarter. There is a timer on the app that the scorers will have. You need to ignore that, okay? Because if they say to you, a scorer says, oh, but we've still got 2 minutes, whatever, you ignore it. You're going off the central timer. Now, with the rotations, and sometimes the year 6s as well, they have to rotate around and swap positions, and sometimes it can take them a long time to get sorted and get their bibs on and get into position, especially at the beginning of the season. So start the game when they are ready. Don't worry about the time. The timer goes, but if they're not quite ready, just wait and be patient. And once they're all ready, then start the game. So don't be concerned about that, because that's why they've got 10 minutes game time to get sorted. So just to be aware of that one. Do you want to talk about this one, Sharon?
Yeah, all primary umpires are required to check in to the control room or the desk. So this just helps us that we're having to look on a sheet that's already in the control room, and that tells us if there's an umpire not checked in, that we need to actually go out and have a look, see if we've got an umpire that can replace them until that umpire arrives. Okay, so always make sure that wherever you are umpiring, that you always check in at the desk or check in at the control room if you're here at Netball North Harbour. If you are available to umpire other games, also let the control room or the desk know that you can actually do a game after your team or something like that. So just in case a game comes up, generally this happens on the day.
Can everyone hear me? Can someone take their...
Your hand thumb up.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I've just got
We can hear you.
Okay, good. It's just slowed down for us.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, Sharon. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah, so that was basically if you want to do extra games and stuff like that, let the control. I'm always buzzing around here from down here at Netball North Harbour, so you can always let me know, and I write it up on the board, or you can write it up on the whiteboard if you're here. Yeah, I think that's it for this.
Can you still see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the scoring app. A lot of you have done Sharon's classes, and have you showed them? Yes. Yeah. So the teams from year 4 to 6, and even the year 4 Warkworth teams who are playing 5-a-side, who don't normally keep a score, will be scoring their games on the app. So there will be 2 scorers, one from each team, and they will be standing together and on the team bench, and we're going to talk about those team benches in a minute. So the scoring app does do the odds and the evens for you. So once the toss has been taken and you know who's got, starting the game, you can let the scorers know, and then they can put down the E next to the team that starts with the centre pass. But you do need to be close to those scorers, where the team bench umpire needs to be close to those scorers. So if you're uncertain about who has the next centre pass, you can check with the scorers who does have the next centre pass. Now, there's a question that gets asked. So when the scorers are entering the scores, they at the end of the quarter, they end the quarter on the app, and it always comes up with this little question, and it gets quite confusing for a lot of people. And it says, has the centre pass been taken after the last goal was scored? No or yes. So a lot of the scorers who are doing the scoring don't understand this either. But this is that question about, was it still in play when the quarter had ended? And most of the time the answer is yes. All right. It's no when a goal has just been scored and you haven't been able to take that next centre pass. So so most of the time it's yes, but occasionally it will be no.
And just to reiterate, umpires, that you do need to have communication with your scorers. So sometimes the scorers are very good. They've been doing this for a long time and they'll just whiz through and do it all. But you just need to make that communication to say, can you just let me have a look, see whose next centre pass it is. The team is actually highlighted on the top of the app there for you to have a look at, and then you have that communication with the scorers and your other co-umpire, just so that you're all on the same page at the beginning of the next quarter.
Don't worry about this. It's not responding on Zoom, but anyway, we'll carry on. Okay. Okay, so that's the scoring app. The scorers are doing it and they're standing in the middle of the team bench. Now I'm just going to play this video because we still are seeing umpires out there in the primary space who are not scoring correctly their half of the court, and often it can be an adult umpire or someone who is umpiring and they are insistent that it's done differently. So I'm just going to play this very quickly for you all. So hopefully you can see this. Can you hear it? Hopefully you can. Okay. All right. So are we still there? Can you still hear us? Can you still hear us? Hello? Okay.